Oh, good. Glad you're here, Cornica. It is, after all, the Cornica show. It is, after all, the Cornica show. I'm glad you could make it. You gonna help me with the thumbnail? I need to make it clear that I'm wearing clothes because YouTube is constantly trying to get me with that. Not today, buddy boy. Hi, I am Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here. But today we're doing an 18+ pick a card, and I put crystals on my face because I wanted to look like a sparkly alien, and I wanted to look pretty, so I did. So I have on my cute alien top, my alien necklace, my pretty nails, and my crystals. So I hope you like it. And after this, I'm going to be recording a ASMR video in really pretty lighting with all this cute outfit. So check that out if you're into that. Yeah, so today we're doing an 18+ reading. We're going to do how they act versus how they really feel. And we're going to have 3 groups to choose from today. And we have 3 big crystals to choose from. So group 1, you're this big, beautiful, sparkly amethyst. So this is for group 1. I'm an amethyst face because it's covering my face. Get it? Yep. So that's group 1. Group 2, I believe this is fluorite. It's just really green fluorite. Soft. Green fluorite, I always associate the green fluorite with fairies. Okay. And then group 3, ooh, you heavy boy, you this celestite. So pretty. I got this the day after I had one of the worst dates of my life. And it was because the guy was so creepy and weird, and I was like trapped at the drive-in with him, and it was a nightmare. And then I was like, the next day I was like, I need a big crystal. There's Corn. It's my cat Cornica. If you don't know her, there she is. Losing her religion. Okay, so this is group 3. Alright, so, and it's kind of shaped like a dragon egg. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Alright, I'll see you guys in your group. Pause the video if you need to. Alright, see you there. Love you, bye. I'm going to say a prayer and set our intentions like I always do. Gotta take off the platform Crocs as always so I can get grounded. With my cute little giblets. Okay. You can get grounded better when you don't have plastic on your feet, because then your feet can connect better to like the energies, and you're not being, because like think about it, with the lightning, plastic and rubber it's a grounding agent. It grounds the lightning, like how if there's like a lightning strike, you want to be in a car because it has like the rubber soles. Well, we're literally like cars with like rubber soles on our tires, only we're humans, but it helps us to not conduct energy. So it's best to take your shoes off when you want to start conducting energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a prayer and setting our intentions. I want to shut that door. Cornica was like yelling to go out, but I'm going to shut it. Okay, my little tie-dye shorts. Okay, I've had them since I was a little kid. They're pajama shorts. You weren't supposed to see that. Okay, you're supposed to see from here up. Benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God source. I humbly come to you today on behalf of myself and all those watching this video, and I just say thank you for everything that you bless us with. We are so grateful for all aspects of life, the ups, the downs, the challenges, and the blessings. We understand that all of this makes a well-rounded individual in this very polarized reality, and for that we say thank you. And I ask, please, that I be a messenger for the divine, nothing more, nothing less. Let no truth be told for a lie, and no lie be told for a truth. Let all the information that come through be kind, palatable, and easy to understand. Please grant me access to the Akashic Records so I may give a good and accurate reading. And please let me be just the source through which all this information flows, straight from the source from which all things come, and let it flow through Christ consciousness, and let it aid everyone who's watching this video walk in their purpose and in their path, and let it bring them light and positive energy that aids them in walking in their purpose. I pray all of this with the purest of hearts and the best of intentions. Amora Ashe Namaste. By the power of three, so mote it be, always works, always a blessing. Alright, hi group 1. This is for those of you who chose the amethyst. Amethyst is really good for breaking bad habits. It helps you to relax. It helps you to sleep. It can help you to get clarity, to heal trauma, to show you parts of yourself that are wounded or need healing. This is a wonderful stone for people who are in the process of like moving heavy energy. And it's just such a gentle, light, but strong stone. So that's my understanding of amethyst. Ooh, a piece just fell off. That means we're using the energy. All right, so how do they act? Spirit, how does group 1's person act? How does those who chose the amethyst, how does their person act? They act a little shady. The moon here, like the dark side of the moon, they're not so good at sharing their feelings or at working in tandem with another person. They could have been burnt a lot in their life. I just heard I've been shaded, so I became the shade. It's kind of like a cop-out, like people kind of were shady to them in the past, so they like are using it as an excuse to act out in like their own version of shady behavior, instead of like transmuting it and breaking the cycle. They're definitely like hard on the outside. I think they're soft on the inside though, and it's like, you know how like people have a choice, like there's always like that thought process that, you know, you either end up exactly like the house you grew up in if it's like a toxic household, or it like motivates you to be the exact opposite. So like you'll see with like kids or whatever with like addict parents, like some of them fall into addiction as well, or others take the complete opposite route and they like never touch a substance because they don't want to end up like, you know, the people who hurt them in the past. And I was so weird. I just was like noticing the like stop start, like the red stop start button for recording, and I was like, what is on my refrigerator? Because it looks like a big red flag. So it's like, I feel like this person has some red flags. That was really creepy. I was like, what is that? It's just the fucking phone screen. Yeah, so it's like it's the kind of person that uses their upbringing as an excuse to repeat the shady behavior they were brought up in instead of changing it and transmuting it. And they're pretty secretive. Yeah, and like their family was not like a loving or nurturing or happy place to be when they grew up. So it's like they want the love and they want kindness and stuff like that, but they don't know how to necessarily give it because they never received it. They don't necessarily know how to work together with someone, here with the Two of Wands, the Moon, and the Ten of Cups. And so it's like, because I just heard Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar. I believe that's who sings it. If I'm wrong, please don't like get too offended. But yeah, I feel like they're starting to understand though that this is getting them nowhere. Yeah, this person has a bit of shady energy. Like they act just a little bit shady, but they're also like a big softie. Okay, so this is the kind of person that like acts super tough to your face, but then it's like you get behind closed doors and they like tell you all their fears and their secrets, and they're all in perfect alignment with the like tough guy act that they put up. So it's like it's showing me like I met someone at a party and they were acting like super tough and like, you know, hitting on all the girls and just kind of generally being like, look at Corn sneaking back there. Yeah, the sneaky energy. They were just kind of being, like, in general, a little bit of an asshole to, like, everybody. And, you know, I think a lot of people left that party being like, what the hell is wrong with that guy? But there were moments when that person would show me the fear. And because I am psychic and also just because I'm really in tune with, like, trauma and people's feelings, like, it's like they wouldn't be able to hide it from me. So, like, there was a point when they got scared because they thought they were too drunk and they couldn't drive, and they were, like, really messed up, and they just, like, looked me dead in my eyes and were like, please make sure that nothing bad happens to me. Don't let anything bad happen to me. I don't think I can drive. And I was like, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. And then we organized a way for them to get home where a sober person was driving their car and then another sober person was driving that person's car. So it's like, as much as they put on this tough guy act or try to act like an asshole, deep down, they're kind of just like a scared little baby. And we see that here with the Ace of Cups. And they really want love. They just don't necessarily know how to get to that point and cross that bridge because they never really had an understanding or positive example of that in their life necessarily. I also think they really do love and care for you, or they see value in you and really appreciate you and the energy that you bring to the table. They could literally see themselves with you for, if not forever, a very long period of time, or creating some sort of family unit with you with the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. But it's like they're not ready to give up their ways. And then I just heard Lana Del Rey when that song Heroin that she sings when she's like, someday, she's like, makes me feel like I could give up all my evil ways and shit. Baby, come on. And it's like, yeah, it's like they don't know how to give up that behavior yet. They just don't. So how do they truly feel though, Spirit? Like deep down, how do they feel? Because I do see that there's like love. Yeah, oh my God, they want nurturing so bad, and whatever they're dealing with is definitely like connected to the mother. They think you're very beautiful. They really like your hair. I also feel like they love your legs and your feet and your ass. Like they just think you look really good. Cornica, stop being a nuisance, please. Corn. Maybe that's how their mom treated them, like they were a nuisance or they were a burden, and so it's like that's kind of how they see women in their head now, because they feel like a nuisance and a burden. And I just heard it's not just women either, that's how they see all people. So maybe their father treated them as a nuisance and a burden as well. And it's like deep down there, but they definitely have some other issues, because look, his face is like in her chest. So it's like, yeah. They just want nurturing and love, but they haven't quite figured out how to cross that bridge yet to get there. I just heard, why'd the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? So they might be like a jokester, have like really cheesy jokes, or like really funny jokes, but they're cheesy. Here with the Sun card, it's like they think you're really beautiful. Like I said, they think you're really cute. Like, okay, so they really like your legs and your shape. They couldn't stop staring at your ass and your feet, but like, and the hair too. The hair is very long and beautiful. And it doesn't have to be long. It's just long and beautiful in these cards. That's why I'm saying that. But you can, no matter what style hair you have, they enjoy it, because there's all different kinds of people watching this video with all different kinds of looks. And that's what makes humans so interesting and enjoyable to be around, right? Because we're all different. We're not the same, and we'll never be a hive mind. They think you're very abundant here with this like basket of fruit. I'm trying not to show too much because YouTube loves to try to call that kind of stuff out, but not the actual stuff that needs to be called out. But you didn't hear it from me. Yeah, and they see you as very like blooming, very abundant, because you can see there's like some flowers blooming in the background, and I just feel like your body is very magnetic. It was very it pulled them in, or pulls them in, continues to pull them in. They're very sexually attracted to you here with the Devil. And they want, I just heard, I want to show you what I can do, but they're karmic, right? They're definitely concerned. They could even have been like hitting on you or something. My nose is itching, so I feel like you're gonna hear from them in one way or another. I just heard text. They could drunk call you too in this Mercury retrograde, or I just heard for the eclipse or for their birthday. So they might get drunk enough on their birthday that they like feel like they need to talk to you, or during this Mercury retrograde or the eclipse that comes around like Halloween. Interesting. But I feel like they might have already had a partner when they met you, and they could have led you on, and then you later found out that they were like with someone. Yeah, like I said, this person's sneaky. They could have been in a house where like one of their parents was stepping out on the other, but they're very attracted to you. But it's like their it also could be their partner knows about you or feels threatened by you. And they're definitely stressed, like, did I make the right decision? But it's like, I feel like they were already with someone when you met them. And if they're not with anybody else, then it's like, they are afraid that to, like, give up their freedom. Like, they're like, oh, I really like this girl, but, like, I don't want to stop being a hoe. You know what I mean? Anything else about how they feel? Yeah, they like to look at you in person and online, or in pictures. If they have pictures of you, they look at them often. They feel this like soulmate bond and connection to you. Also, look at these two birds just like looking into each other's eyes. Like, they could really just love looking into your eyes or feel something special. Yeah, and then here with the Ace of Wands, and like she is pregnant. It's like I said, you're the kind of person that makes them feel like they would like to settle down, but it's like there's that other part of them that's like, no, I want to be toxic. Toxic. Okay. How are they perceiving you? Ooh, they're perceiving you in like this very dark goddessy, witchy energy, and it's very tempting to them, but they also realize that you're someone not to be fucked with, like not to be played with. And this is the kind of person that actually does respect witchcraft. Like, this is the kind of person that grew up in a house that was like, no Ouija boards allowed. No, you know what I mean? Like, not like, didn't like make a mockery of it or act like it wasn't real. Like, this was the kind of person that was raised to fear that kind of stuff. This could even be a very Christian person that was raised to think that that's like the devil, like this thing back there. But it's like a fatal attraction, right? Like, you're like pulling him in. It's very witchy though here with Hecate. I also feel like Hecate is looking over this connection and like showing you the red flags, like how I couldn't not notice that like presumable red flag of the recording button. And it's about standing strong in your boundaries, and they see that they don't want to mess with you. All right, so let's get some higher self messages. Higher self messages, please, from group 1's person. I know I'm being unfair, it hurts me to hurt you, but I am not well. So I feel like that could be about lying about like having a partner or not wanting to settle down, but like acting like they did. You have a beautiful body and a beautiful soul. I like your face too. They feel bad about something, whether it was the way they treated you or just like something. Like, they're feeling crappy. They got called out about something in their life. You make me feel vulnerable, which makes me feel weak. It's how I was raised. I want to hear you scream my name. If only you knew how much I care about you and care about us. And I want to be a better person. I just don't know how yet. I am working on this. So let's get the sexual fantasies. Whoa, there's a lot. Okay, be as loud as you want. Let me lick you all over. I just heard, let me get a taste. This person definitely likes feet, so I just saw them like looking you in the eyes while they stuck your foot in their mouth. I need to be inside you. It heals me. Can't stop thinking about those boobies. You up? Oh, they could drunk dial you or whatever, like in the middle of the night, or give you that like hookup text, the booty call, the hookup text. It sounds like such an old person. Let me tie you up. Let's not fight. Let's fuck. And let's get a couple more. And then we'll get advice. Play with my cum. Tell me you love me too. Let me take care of your body. I'll be the best you ever had. I promise. I want to taste you. I want to watch you choke on my dick and spit in my mouth. So they want you to taste them and they want to taste you too. And that came up twice. So, okay. What else? A little bit itchy by the crystals. Maybe I'll tap on my crystals when I do the ASMR. Ooh, sorry guys. Sorry if you have headphones on. I did not know that was going to be that loud. Shari. Advice, please. The crumbling, what are you clinging to? So this is like kind of like the Tower card to me in this deck. It's about just letting it go and just let the chips fall where they may. Answer the call. If they do drunk dial you, answer the call. It'll be interesting to hear what they have to say. And then decide what is your soul calling you to do. And then Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. And beside you. So I feel like the spirits are with you. You are going to get some sort of call, and it would be at least funny, if nothing else, to pick it up. But you'll get the information that you've been wanting from that call. So that's all I have for you, Group 1. Like if you liked it, comment if you got something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and I will hopefully see you another time. All right, I love you guys. Bye-bye. All right, hi, Group 2. This is for those of you who chose the fluorite. Fluorite to me is connected to fairies. It's connected to almost like interdimensional travel and being between realms, opening up the heart chakra with the green, but also the third eye, because a lot of fluorite has purple in it. And especially if you're getting to higher dimensions, like the 5th dimension where the elementals live, that's like connected to the third eye. It's also like a soft stone, so it can be like maybe learning to soften. And I also do think it's good for money and healing and connecting to the feminine energy. So that's just my interpretation from my personal experience. And also like attachment. Like I had the most beautiful piece of fluorite and it was stolen from me. Like genuinely stolen. I foolishly gave it to a thief. I was like, yeah, like, they were like crying about how sad they were, and you know, little Dutch when I was younger was like, oh my god, like I don't want you to feel sad, this rock makes me feel so much better. It was from a mine that got closed, so no one else will ever be able to mine anything from that mine shaft, and it closed in the 1950s, and it was like so special to me and I loved it so much. And she came in to group therapy and cried, and I gave her the rock to take home, and I was like, yeah, just bring it back. Like, and I remember looking at her eyes widen. The unfortunate thing, and I'm going to just be very real for a second, and this is no shade, it's just my honest experience. The unfortunate thing about group therapy is a lot of addicts get lumped in with people with trauma or codependency issues, and a lot of those addicts end up, if they're active in their addiction and illness, they end up taking advantage of the people who are in the middle of a mental health crisis. And yeah, she stole it from me, probably sold it to get drugs and everything, but like naive me would never. So why would I think someone would do that to me? So I've never told that story on this channel before, but clearly I felt a need to tell it with your group, so maybe it resonates in some way. But I have this hope in my heart that because I loved that crystal so much, that one day it would find its way back to me, because they do say that that's a thing, that like when crystals are meant to be in your possession, they find their way back to you. So maybe you're dealing with that in your connection, like hoping that it finds its way back to you. But there was some messed up stuff that has happened in the in-between. Stuff that was done to you or happened to you that you would never do to them. Okay. So, let's see. So, Spirit, how does Group 2's person act towards them? How does Group 2's person act towards them? I feel like they respect you, but at the same time, I feel particularly if they are really tired, worn out, or if they like drink too much and stuff, they end up being like a spiritual vampire on you. But I do feel like they respect your power, and I just heard your power as a woman. And I just heard this song Scorn by, let me just look because I have no clue. Sorry. Please hold. Scorn. No, it is in my library. Sorry guys, hold on. Portishead. Scorn by So it's like they really respect you and understand you as a woman. They do their best to, but they also end up taking too much from you because it's just kind of an energy that follows you in your life. I feel like here with the Four of Swords, it's like boundaries could be a difficulty for you and you're working on it. And I do see that you're getting better here with the bats, because bats represent like ending certain karmic cycles, and to me they also represent Asmodeus. So if you work with Asmodee or Asmodeus, he's a jinn. He helps women specifically to realize their worth in like romantic relationships. This person has like a strong fiery passion that burns for you. You have a lot of astral communication with this person as well. You could have dreams of them, or they could just come into your mind, or you could feel them like within your soul and your energy and your body throughout the day. But it's because there's a very fiery passion between you. I feel like you guys have a couple of past lives, and I feel like you both have this like devilish energy within you, and it's like you guys kind of like to wreak havoc together, but not in like a destructive way, in like a mischievous way, in a way where it doesn't really hurt anybody. Or it was like you guys were friends when you were kids, so either when you were kids or when you were young, or like you know, like your college days, like your crazy college days, or like in high school, you know, you're just being a wild and crazy lunatic, and you're like, how'd I even survive that shit? You know what I mean? Like, it was like you guys were a little bit devilish. You could have even been separated too. Like, if you were in high school and you were dating and you kept getting in trouble, it could have been like, that's it, like, you're not allowed to date anymore. Or you were like really good friends, or like friends with benefits, and it was like you just kept getting in trouble. You guys always found a way, but I've heard you made it fun. And also it's like they saw you completely differently than the people around you. So I feel like there was so many people around you who slept on you when you were like first in connection with this person, because it seems like it's like been a while that you've known them, or at least you knew them for a period of time in the past, and maybe you're reconnecting with them, but it feels like there's history here basically. And it's like I feel like other people might have like judged you or treated you in a way that was like not seen you in a way and treated you in a way that was not true to your integrity or who you really are. And this person would always stand up for you and like have your back, and they just saw you completely differently. So it's like when people would be like, oh, like, okay, so here's another example too, like if like there were certain people from like your high school or whatever that were not very nice to you, and then it's like you meet this person in college and they like see you in this completely different light because like they never went to high school with you, where it was like, you know how high school is, and it's just different when you get to college if you've gone to school or whatever. And it's like they would always be like, I don't get where you guys are coming from, like I really like this person, they're very powerful, they're very interesting, I really like them. And it's like they saw you for you. Maybe they're one of the first people who really saw you for who you are, or one of your first love interests who really saw you for who you are. They're very honest with you too. Like they give you a good example of like communication between romantic interests, whether it's like actual dating or it's just like friends with benefits. Yeah, we just got the Knight of Swords. Like I was saying, I heard that about the communication. But it's like they've always been straightforward with you, and they've always taken a masculine lead in your relationship, and that could be sexually as well, that they just, yeah, do you see that? The Nine of Wands. You come off very defensive though, and I feel like I just saw you being like, hey yo, like, and like I saw the pink Power Ranger like gearing up, and so it's like you are this cute little feminine thing, but you're like, don't fuck with me, and they had to be like, they had to match your energy here and be like, no, I'm gonna fuck with you, but I'm not gonna hurt you, you know what I mean? And they control you a lot too, but it's like all in good fun. And I just feel like your walls were up really high, and like look at it, it's like a fence, a fire, there's like skull and crossbones. It's like there's every reason to be like, go away, and they like would always find a way to break down your walls and eventually come in to your energy, because they like you and they can really see you. That's how they act. They don't have this wall. What you see is what you get. They don't have this wall up. I just heard work is completely different. So maybe they have to put on a certain face at their job. Maybe they have like a managerial position or a very professional position. But when it's the two of you, they see you as you are. And that's not something And they're very straightforward, and that's not something you've experienced in your romantic relationships previously. Yeah, and it has you being like, what? Because you're pretty much a loner. They're definitely not, though. Like, I see them out. Like, when I see them in my head, I see them, like, socializing with a bunch of people. I see them at these, like, high-class parties and shit. Like, out at the club, but, like, the nice club that's, like, really expensive to get into. And it's like, you have the energy and persona of someone who would do really well in those situations, and they see that in you, but you have such a guard up, and you like your independence and your alone time so much that it's like, you're like this hermit, like, no, don't take me out, and then they take you out and you have like the best time. Or like I was saying in the past, like you'd be like, no, I don't want to go to those parties, like I know those people and those people are not nice to me, and they're like, no, like come to the party, like I'm not gonna let them be mean to you, I'm not gonna let them be rude to you. And then it's like you end up going out being the life of the party and nobody picks on you, or if they do, they stand up for you. You know what I'm saying? This person's transparent, and it's nice, and it's something that's good for you. They might not be perfect, but they're honest. This person's at least honest. And they're very much themselves with you. So how do they really feel? Very attracted to you. You make them feel young again, too. And you spark this, like, nostalgia in them, like I was saying, about how, like, from the time you used to know each other. Oh, I just heard that song by Eric Church. It's like, I think it's Eric Church. Like I said, don't come for me if I'm wrong. When I think about you, I think about 17, I think about my old Jeep, you know? Ooh, I just felt that in my heart. So it's like, there's definitely this, like, teenage nostalgia and this, like, horny, you know, hormone teenage nostalgia, but there's also that, like that first love, or that, like, whoa, like, that first something first, like, first captivating experience, first sexual experience, first something. The Italian hand. 10 of Wands. They feel very defensive, or they feel like you just argue, but that could be your dynamic. Like, that could be your dynamic back in the day, and that's your dynamic now, where it's like you troll each other, but then you end up actually, like, getting offended and arguing a little bit. Yeah, I think they're definitely hurting right now. I think they feel... What's my 10 of Swords? I think they miss you, dude. They might act like they don't. Damn, okay. So it's like, I feel like they miss you right now here with the 10 of Swords, but it's like, with the Magician, okay, with the 2 of Wands, this is my Twin Flame card for this deck, or at least like an extremely strong, chemistry reaction. I just heard chemical reaction, so that could have some significance to you. But with the 2 of Cups, it's like you have this special bond. I just heard like you have this friendship bond. You have this special nostalgic place in their heart. They're feeling pretty bad because they miss you. And like I said, I think you infiltrate their dreams like a decent amount. And they feel that they could think you're their twin, or you might not think they're your twin, or you might think they're your twin. I don't know, but I feel like they might be doing research on twins, or like starting to realize that you're their twin. There's a lot of dream and astral communication here. And with the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Wands here, like those are 2 Twin Flame cards, because the 4 of Wands. And it's like you're manifesting into this like happy, they feel like they want to manifest a happy ending with you in more than one way. But there's a part of them that's like really hurt right now. Or they're trying to make it work with someone else. Yeah, it's about to change though. Something's going to change in Scorpio season. This relationship dynamic is going to change in Scorpio season. There's going to be some sort of major shift around October. I heard you be like, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. And then I heard them be like, baby, come back. Like, it's like you could have been like, they could have done something. I'm getting hot, guys. I'm like, need to take off my socks because I'm so hot right now. I am sweating. Oh my God. So maybe things get really hot between you guys, but I also think they get heated. So maybe you were like, get the hell out of here. And then they were like, fine. And now they're like, baby, come back. Like the Swiffer commercials. They're like a little duster. Okay. Oh, I feel better already now that I took off those socks. All right, some higher self messages from this person. higher self messages, please. I just heard, you drive me crazy. I just can't sleep. I'm so excited. I'm in too deep. Britney Spears. If you don't know. I miss talking to you. No one else challenges me or gets me like you do. You stimulate my mind. So it's like you keep them on their toes. Quarantine has me fucked up, wishing you were still mine. Some regrets. From that movie. No regrets. Some. That meme where it crosses it out. Some regrets. I can't stop thinking about how you called me out. I'm sorry I projected on you, so they know what they did. If only you knew how much I care about you and care about us. Your energy haunts all that I do. Everywhere I look, I see you, I miss you, so you're haunting them. You can take satisfaction in knowing you're haunting them. Give me like one more. I want to be a better person. I just don't know how yet. I am working on this. We'll get some sexual fantasies. Oh wait, I want to get this one first of how they perceive you. Oh, they perceive you as healing and giving them the cold shoulder, and they think you're too good for them. And that's why they feel like they need a change. And they feel like you like don't give a fuck, like you're like over it, you let it go, you released it, but they're really sexually attracted to you still. And you can see all the red and orange, it's like really activating those lower chakras within them, and it's like I said, it's driving them crazy. So what's their sexual fantasies? Oh, they could have that Scorpio stare. Like there's something in their eyes that gives you that like Scorpio stare. I want to watch you choke on my dick. Spit in my mouth. I want to eat your ass. Send nudes. I want to see you naked. They want your nudes. I just heard I want creative nudes. Let me lick you all over. Tell me I got a big dick. Tell me how much you love me inside you. I feel like that's specific. Like, I feel like they love to hear how big they are. I can't get enough of you. Compared to you, too. Like, if they're much taller than you or bigger than you, they like that. I can't get enough of you. They can, like, never get enough of you. I just bumped my elbow. But it's okay. I'm fine. My funny bone. I'm fine. Don't worry. I want to come in you. Bite me. I like it rough. Clap that ass on my dick. What else? You up. That could be what you called them out on. If they just kept booty calling you and you were like, I'm not just a booty call. And then they were like, oh, baby, come back. I love speculating. Can't stop thinking about those boobies. I just heard they're perky. Whoa, that made me dizzy. Maybe your tits make them dizzy. When I look at you, I picture you covered in my jizz, and I need your love. Tell me you are mine. Sure, I will lick your toes. I'll try anything once, says that card. All right, let's get some advice, please. Advice for group 2. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So you're healing, and this is awakening in both of you. Oh, just say yes. So whatever proposition comes to you from this person that is of a high vibration. So if they're like, hey, I really want to like take you out for coffee and like have like a serious conversation, not like, hey, you trying to fuck? You know what I mean? Like something actually nice. Say yes. Take the chance. Why not? Take a crazy chance. Why not? Do a crazy dance. Transformation. Things are changing on a cellular level. Deep healing. So integration and transformation and cellular healing is what's coming of this right now. Damn. All right. So that's all I have for you, group 2. Like if you liked it, comment if you got something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and hopefully I'll see you again another time, and I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, give it a like if you did enjoy it. Helps the algorithm, and it helps me. All right, I love you. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, group 3. I know I just did a 2, but it's because I was doing peace. But now it's group 3. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's do it, baby. Alright, so Spirit, how does Group 3's person treat them on the surface? I just heard, you already know. And then I heard the song Florida Kilos by Lana Del Rey when she's like, I like it down way low. But you already know that, you already know. Sorry if that was ugly. Alright. Okay, so we have the Justice card. I feel like things are going to take a turn around Libra season, but also it's like on the surface, okay. I feel like you are standing in your power. You could have also done witchcraft, but either way, I just feel like things are starting to turn positively in your favor. If you look up your birth chart, like your natal chart, I would bet that there's certain astrological things happening that are encouraging good luck and justice within your current path, because this feels like an untouchable good luck. It doesn't feel like the kind that like just comes and goes. It feels like the good karma that you've been waiting for, and you could have been waiting for this for a very long time. You could have been trying to manifest, but you were not believing in yourself. And I feel like not even just manifest this person, like manifesting a change within self, like manifesting an end to a cycle, manifesting an end to like lack mentality, or releasing old trauma, releasing old karma, releasing old pain. And it's like the only thing that was holding you back was like a lack of belief in the self and like giving yourself a hard time or whatever. And now it's like you're starting to see your value. You're seeing yourself through like true eyes instead of like incredibly critical eyes. And I feel like Virgo season, if you're watching this in real time, because we just stepped into Virgo season, is giving you a better understanding of the goals and accomplishments that you have achieved rather than being so self-critical, because Virgo is incredibly self-critical, but it's almost like for whatever reason, you're able in this season to turn that on its head and use it to your advantage and transmute it into something that is like constructive criticism, because they're saying the energy of Virgo gives more organization. So whereas in the past it was just criticism that would turn into negative criticism without organization or without a clear plan moving forward, the energy of Virgo gives you the ability to create this clear plan moving forward, to build something positive and constructive out of the criticism that you are harping on yourself with. And if you're not watching this in real time, there are plenty of crystals that are connected to Virgo energy, and you can get one of those crystals to connect to this energy to help you organize your criticism into something that propels you forward and helps you transmute your pain. And because of that, you're getting some sort of justice. And like I said, if you are watching this in real time, I feel like during Libra season, there's going to be some sort of major shift in this connection. And I feel like this person knows that they have to shape up. So I feel like they could have been really messing up, or they could have had one really big mess up and never giving you your apology or like an explanation or whatever it is. And I just feel like I just heard second chance as well. So it's like, I feel like you're going to get the justice that you seek from this person or this situation, the clarification and the validation and the like putting themselves in your shoes essentially, especially if that's what you've been wanting. I also think you've been setting some really hard and strong boundaries, not just with them, but with yourself. You've been really grounding and rooting down, and it's like this person is like, this is also the kind of person too that's like, I'm the lone wolf, like, I'm always doing everything for everyone else, but I'm just so alone. But then it's like, they put up these walls and these barriers that create this aloneness with them, and they don't ask for help, or, you know, they shut people out, or they self-sabotage in ways. And I am not judging, because bitch, you looking at someone who does that right now is Cornica. Just kidding, it's me. But yeah, so it's like somebody who's almost like in a prison of their own device. I'm also hearing that Panic at the Disco song that's like, I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of? So that's coming through really strong. And I'm specifically seeing his like emo outfit. And then I'm also hearing that Panic at the Disco song that's like, if you love me, let me go. And it's like they could have acted all this time like, I need freedom, I need to be the loner, I need my space. And then you were like, okay, fine. Like, it was kind of just like you threw your hands in the air and were like, listen, I'm not gonna chase you anymore. You told me you need space, fine, take your space. And then they're like, huh? But where'd you go? And then I just heard this song, where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever. So you leaving taught them a lesson. Look up that song. It's an old song. But there's these footsteps walking away. And it's almost like they didn't believe you were actually going to leave, or they didn't believe you were actually going to set a boundary or find wholeness within yourself. I feel as though you're finding and are on your way to having like wholeness within you without needing any external validating resources or anything like that. And it's like they were like, wait a second, I thought you were the thirsty girl. I thought you'd come back because you were a little bit parched. And then you were like, nah, bitch, I planted my roots and I get my nutrients from the soil. I'm not parched. You're mistaken, Mr. Hermit Yeti in the snowstorm. And that's why you get your validation because you no longer need it. You get your apology and your justice because you no longer need it. And your manifestation finally comes through because you no longer feel like you need it. It doesn't define you, and you're no longer assigning meaning to whether or not you get your apology. Like, well, that's not fair. You're like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think on the surface, they usually are pretty good at taking responsibility for themselves, but for whatever reason, there's some sort of situation that they could not face themselves about because too much shame and upset from their behavior or whatever came of the situation. And I see that it was like really painful for you, and they see you as very strong, but also like a little bit scary and maybe a little bit emotionally charged as well. And that might frighten them because they might not be a very emotional person because the Yeti is cold, right? And the Hermit is that Virgo energy coming up again, which is not very emotional. It's very analytical, but deep down emotional, and like sensitive, but pretends like they're not. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, I almost feel like it's like you've harnessed this energy from the Queen of Wands energy, and then you've created stability within yourself with the Queen of Pentacles energy. So it's like now I just heard Hannah Montana and I saw her spinning around. You get the best of both worlds. So it's like you're in control of your emotions, you're grounded, but you're also manifesting through your emotions, but you're doing it in a way that's no longer out of desperation. So they're kind of feeling right now, I feel like if they're in your life, I feel like they're observing a lot. I feel like they're trying to move very carefully. I feel like they're trying to think about what they say or do, like think before they act or speak. I think that they know that they owe you some sort of grand gesture, big apology, or justice around a situation, and you're gonna get it. You just have to be open to receive, but while still holding your strong, stable boundaries. Any other ways? Yeah, they also come off as like, well, I'm just, I'm the victim, I'm the victim, I'm the victim. And yes, look, he is stuck to that wheel. He is tied to that wheel, and it's definitely not easy for him to get off. But he's going to get off, and just know that this person is suffering in their self-sabotaging behavior because that man looks absolutely horrified and in pain, and like he's generally not well. And these people are doing it all in the name of good, all in the name of righteousness and like religious righteousness and truth. But do you ever think it's good to burn a person alive on a wheel? Definitely not. Do you ever think that that's Christ-like? I don't. So it's like he could be this guy. It's like, or your person, it could be like they're having a lot of trouble getting off this karmic wheel that they're on because the people around them tell them that it's like good for them. And so even though it's not good for them deep down, or maybe it's like doing the right thing, so like saving face in some way, or like there might be something about you that they don't fully accept or like feel ashamed about like with you, and it's like they're having to learn how to like accept all parts of you and not judge certain things about you. Like, you know, some people maybe like, you know, wouldn't like other people, the way they dress, or like, you know, sometimes people like, they don't want their significant others posting certain things, and it's like, there has to be a balance, like, because when you start crossing the thresholds too much in either direction, where it's like one person's like, well, I'm not listening to what you say at all, and I'm posting whatever I want, or it's like, someone saying like, you can't post anything, like, you have to find a balance. It's like, you don't want to go over the rails in either direction, which is probably why the balance is coming in Libra season, where you'll have more of an ability to have that experience of balancing those energies out. And that's just an example. I just made that up off the top of my head. But my friend was telling me that that's like a pretty prominent thing. And I know a lot of celebrities have been getting in trouble for like telling their girlfriends what they can or can't post. And it's like, I don't necessarily know how I feel like about that, because like I don't have a significant other, and so it's like I don't have to cater to someone else's feelings, but I would definitely hear them out, and like, no, I wouldn't like completely cut myself off from being able to post and stuff like that. But like, if they're like, look, like when you post this, it makes me very, very uncomfortable, and we're like able to be open, honest, and raw with me about it, I would absolutely consider their feelings and make adjustments to what I was putting online, you know? So it's like this fine line where it's like both parties need to be heard. And I feel like that's what's going on here. It's like both parties need to be heard, and there needs to be a balance and justice brought to the situation. And it's like there are two sides to every story, and it's like both sides need to be heard, understood, processed, balanced out in order for you to move forward. And I do think that's coming. So how do they really feel? I just heard stressed. They miss you. They look at your picture a lot. They feel very like connected to you. They feel like you don't care right now. Here with the Queen of Swords, they feel like you just really don't care. They could have had like stuff going on the side, because look, there's like these other women that are watching, and if they didn't have like women on the side, then it could have been like sister, mother, grandmother, like other women just like getting involved in your relationship. Like I'm pretty sure we've all been in a relationship like that, where the dude is like way too like entwined with his mother, and it like is weird and it ruins everything. But they feel like you can't be bothered right now. I know you look at their page too, and you look at their picture. You like to look at the pictures you have of them, or their social media, but they look at your picture a lot more. They fantasize and reminisce about like the love connection that you guys had, the romantic or friendship connection that you had. Like, they definitely romanticize the sexual energy that the two of you had between you, because there was a lot of chemistry, but they really, really, like, it's like the making love energy. Like, that is what sparks their soul. Especially here with the Knight of Chalices. And it's like they really love to see you naked, and they could always be trying to get you naked, and it's like you're finally setting boundaries. Like, sorry, like, we're not going around in those, we're getting off the wheel, my friend. We're not going around in those circles anymore. They touch your heart, though, and they shine a light, and it's like they come in this night energy to, like, it was like they were coming in to save you from yourself, but you had to save yourself. So it's like now that, and I just heard the Zephyr song by Red Hot Chili Peppers, when it's like, in the water where I sand in my emotion, all the world can pass me by. So it's like you had to find your own peace, and you had to center yourself, and they couldn't just come save you. And it's like now that you've found yourself, it's like they're ready to come out, but it's like come to you and come out about their feelings for you, I think. But it's like you're so much more vulnerable and transparent than them, and they're so much more insecure and closed off here, because she's like full naked and he's like full dressed, but they don't want to let you go here. So it's like they realize they have to level the playing field. So it's like now she's in her underwear, but he's like naked. So, but he has like a blanket on, so it's like they realize that, like, if they don't want you to go, they need to level the playing field, and they need to get more transparent with you. But also with the Nine of Cups, they just think you're such a blessing, and look, he's like holding her. I just heard, I love to look at you, hold you, touch you. Like, I could look at you for hours. They love your back too. Something about your back is like really beautiful. You could have back dimples. You could have piercings like me. I have my back pierced. They like your muscles if you have them. They just like your shape. They've said, you know, you're tight in the spots where you should be tight, and you're thick and curvy in the spots where you should be curvy. With the lantern here as well, that hermit energy is coming in more and more, and the roses in the background. And it's like it's like this person has like there's like this internal dilemma that they're moving through, and they don't want to lose you, so they have to like hurry up and get through that internal dilemma. They really just feel very captivated with you. They feel a lot of love for you. They feel this kindred spirit and like soulmate connection with you, but they also feel like you don't really care, and they kind of try to act like they don't care either. And sometimes they're rude, and they realize that they have to be nicer. Yeah, because they're realizing that they really hurt your feelings, and when they hurt you, they hurt themselves. They feel bad. They feel bad about it, and they want to make it up to you. I just heard I've been showing up as a boy, and I want to show up as a man. Here with the King of Wands and the Ten of Swords, it's like they know that they hurt you really bad, and that they have to show up in a way that's like way more stable. They really care about you here. Look at the way he's like hugging her. It's like he doesn't want her to go through any more pain. He wants to be stable and secure for her, and he wants to just like envelop in her. And also they look like counterparts, as they're like so matchy-matchy. Look how matchy-matchy they are. All right, let's see. How are they perceiving? Okay. We have Hathor, contentment. It's like they just want to be content with you. They could want to have a child with you. If you're not ready to have a child, make sure that you are taking precautions in that area so that you don't accidentally get pregnant. They just want to be content and happy with you. They're very sexually attracted to you, here with the Sirens card. And then here with Hecate, they perceive you in this very witchy energy. You illuminate a lot within them. And then with Pele, it's like they just think you're mad at them. And like, but like, I just feel like you're not mad. It's like you're just setting boundaries, and you're just not doing the same thing over and over again, because doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is just called insanity. So, yeah, it's like there's so much that I just heard you're the key and you're the one. Huh. What is that song? All my instincts, they, and the grand facade. In your eyes, I like the heat, your eyes, I am complete. So, woo! Huh, you see each other in the eyes, which is very twinny. Alright, let's get some higher self messages. Higher self messages, please, from group 3. Can I please take you on a date? I'm ready to come through, correct. You're so fucking attractive to me. It's kind of unbelievable. I really can't even wrap my head around it. You make me a better person. You help me grow. I want you back. I want to hear you scream my name. I know I am being unfair. It hurts me to hurt you, but I am not well. I intend to marry you. Give me like 2 more. Whoa. Okay, 3 more. I want to be a better person. I just don't know how yet. I am working on this. You make me feel happy, safe, and loved, and I can't bear to be away from you. It hurts so bad. I am breaking. I will be back soon. I love you. That one only comes out if they're actually coming back. I don't know when. Well, Libra season, something's gonna happen. I don't know what, but. And what are their sexual fantasies, please, Spirit? You taste so damn good. Ooh, I just felt that in my bones. I felt that in my teeth. To me, that's what it means to, like, feel it in your bones. Like, I'll feel it in my actual teeth. They love your taste. What that mouth do? Convenient. So we're talking about taste. Tell me I got a big dick. Tell me how much you love me inside you. Like I said, this person's insecure. Bite me, I like it rough. I can't get enough of you. Fuck me. Felt that in my teeth again. I really want to fuck. Clap that ass on my dick. If they've been giving you the runaround in the past, things are about to change in a big way. I want to make you squirt. I am a slave to your tits. Let me bite your nipples. I need to be inside you. It heals me. Can't stop thinking about those boobies. You up? So they're kind of like, are you up for trying this again? Call me Zaddy. And I want to choke you because I know you like it. Tell me you are mine. I need your love. When I look at you, I picture you covered in my jizz. I want to come in you. You look so damn good. Be as loud as you want. And some advice for group 3, please, Spirit. Alright, so we have Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty, devotion, priestess, and mystic teacher. So it's like this is teaching you so much about yourself and about your feminine energy and your priestess energy. And we just had that full moon in Pisces, which is like the high priestess. And then we have the ever unfolding rose. It's cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So all of this is happening for you in order to grow. It's not happening to you. It's a good thing, even though it feels very uncomfortable. And then trust your gut. What is that feeling? What is that gut feeling trying to tell you? Gotta trust your gut, and it doesn't matter like what other people feel or think. It's like you gotta do what's best for you within reason, as long as you're not getting like physically harmed or like emotionally harmed. As long as you're not getting harmed, no one's getting hurt. It's like people can't tell you how to have a relationship or who you can or can't have a relationship with, as long as nobody's getting hurt. Please, guys. I've been getting an alarming amount of people confiding in me about domestic violence lately. And that's never acceptable. It's never acceptable for your partner to be violent with you. So please remove yourself from those situations if you're in them. I'm begging you. All right. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, group 3. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source, for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth and we thank you for the advice. Amora, Ashe Namaste, by the power of 3 Somatic, be always works, always a blessing. Alright guys, I love you so much. I hope you really enjoyed that, and please like if you liked it, comment if you got something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and I hope I see you another time. Alright, bye-bye. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.